Hey DOT community, this is Alon coming at you with another DOT live stream Conquest for Chernobog. I hope you're excited, DOT community, because this is our opportunity to get Chernobog in Conquest, which is always a event that is frankly free as long as you have the time to participate. So, few things that are a little different about this Conquest. One thing that immediately changed as soon as the Conquest started was the portal stone raids are over, at least for this Conquest. I don't know if after the Conquest is over, if it'll go back, but at least for the time being, we do have, at least for a day, it's not for the entire Conquest, but for a day, I don't consider that to be a real, equal trade at all, but for a day we have one food troops. So, Chernobog does have new skills. I'll be interested to see what people are able to find out about Chernobog, to be honest, with these new skills, if he'll actually be useful whatsoever, because I know some players will definitely get him way before I do in this event. So, besides from that, though, I'm getting him just because I want him as a collection piece, just like Belobog. But Chernobog, in comparison to Belobog, was always the better Titan of the two. So, we'll see. We'll see if he has any place in the current meta with these new updated skills, but I don't know at this point. I'm not going to say that he's a must-have or anything like that, but for collectors, I definitely would say so. Alright. The Relics this time around, I like Chilling Vial. Staff of Ice is okay. I'm not going to say it's the best staff, but it's, of course, just going to be working with free spells. And then we do have the Total Eclipse. Imperial Physical, Fire Resist, Storm Maiden Critical, Titan Health. Not going to say it's number one relic on my list. So really, Chilling Vial is what I would say is the best relic out of those three right there. Now, I'm going to be getting all these relics anyway, so I'll have them. But Chilling Vial is really something I'm actually going to be using. And guaranteed three drops. That's what we care about, right, DOT community? Alright. Then there's this troop craft, like I said. It's less than a day, actually, but training cost is one food. Alright. What's up, Kofi? What's up, Bacon Boy? What's up, Elliot Ruthless? Giselle Rojas. Finally, first time I get to see one of your videos live. Nice. Total Eclipse of the Heart. Hercules, what's up? Sabri, what's going on? Thank you for everybody joining. I did want to stream a little bit earlier. It is a rain day for me, but also many others are not working as well. So this is a continuation of Salon's Stay Home series. Make sure you listen to Kobar. Wash your hands. Stay safe. What's up, Tyler? What's going on? Of course, definitely streaming for Conquest, because I know a lot of players are excited because they have the time to do this Conquest, maybe not for the fact that they want to get this Titan, but maybe because they would like to get as many triple battle drops as possible. Now, looking through the rewards, pretty much nothing too impressive. 7, you do get a Lightning Frost Shield. That's okay. But Void Frost Shield would be a little bit better. Spartan Helmet 8. It's good if you don't have one. It's not a bad relic to have for your Imperials. But like Chilling Vial, though. 9, right here. This is a nice relic. Definitely suggest grabbing that at level 9 if you have the time and if you're doing this event. Otherwise, Chernobog here up at 10. Of course, with Total Eclipse and Staff of Ice, I said, for me, they're just throw-ins. I'm not super excited about them, or they're not must-have relics for me. So, and look who we have that dropped in on Discord. What's going on, Tox? Oh, and he ran away. All right. There, he's back. What's up, Tox?
Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining.
Not a problem. I'd like to support you.
I appreciate it. So, I just was going through the event slider right here and just give you my opinion on what I'm excited about in this event. So, what do you have anything that you're looking forward to, or are you just trying to do triple battle drops?
Well, I was looking forward to the one stone battle.
Yeah.
I was going to do 15 levels, but they have changed that now.
Yes. Now, there has been some possible talk that it was not exactly so much a change, but when you actually just start Conquest, it's already coded for 3 Portal Stone raids. So, but it could be possible. It could be possible that after Conquest is over, that they goes back to 1 Portal Stone raids. You never know. You always can have fingers crossed.
Yeah, but do you think people staying at home for all week, 1 Portal Stone, they put the hours in, they would have got quite far in the event?
Well, yeah, extremely far, actually. I would say you could probably do what Val normally does, which is like at least 13 or 14 levels. What's going on, Val? I see you're in the chat. I knew it. What's up, Shark? They took away, the 2 and 4K gem rank rewards. Yes, that is something else that we should look at. Is typically 2K would be between 10K and 20K, or 2001 and 10K rank would be the 2K gem reward, and then of course the 4K gem reward was between 1001 and 2000. Well, now you get Vixia. I'm not gonna say I'm super excited about that change because I'd rather get gems. I'd say. If you'd rather get gems, let me know in the chat. Would you rather get gems or would you rather get Vixia? But
Gems.
You would, Tox? Yeah, I think me too. I mean, most of the time I get the 2K gem reward. Rarely I get the 4K. But I don't know. I mean, at this point, I feel like I should stay above 10K in rank, just to get 1,000 gems. But so Virgil, Chiro. So Heaney, hello Z. How is the situation there? Hope it's good. Yeah, I'm home. Right now, able to live stream some Conquest a little bit earlier, so that great people like Tox and all you other people that are normally not awake during my live streams can enjoy. So Hercules says gems. Tag her. Good to see you, Vixia. Vixia all the way, Bacon Boy. What's up, Don Meadow? How we doing? Churro says gems as well. Chili bang bang. What's up, soldier? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. So, Tox, what do you think you're gonna do now? I mean,
just go to level 10 and that's it.
You're just gonna go to level 10. That's it. All right. You're not.
Well, I went to 15 last time, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You do enjoy those. Well, I mean, did you ever get anything really good out of Echoes or no?
Yeah, I got 2 of the rabbits. The rabbit one.
Oh gosh, I'd like a rabbit heirloom.
I got 2 back to back.
Back to back. Oh man. Don Medeo, Bacon Boy says Vixie all the way. I was thinking if they would change the portal stones a little bit like they did with the portal stones, or just decreasing the refresh time a bit at least. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice. Or if they
Or
just...
even give a portal stone discount. That would have been nice.
Yeah, portal stone discount. Yeah, like they do for one day before Conquest or something like that, like they've done in the past. If they would just do it during the event, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Very good idea. You mean warp stones? Oh, warp stones, Sohini. Okay. Yeah. If the warp stone timer was cut in half, that'd be nice. As well as maybe a small warp stone package with portal stones included for free. You know, just to be nice for the week, because they know we're going to be playing for the next 3 days in Conquest. Because they have to see that the amount of activity in the game is way up. It'll still be way up during these 3 days of Conquest due to the fact that there are a lot of people home and that it's Conquest, because triple battle drops are where it's at. Right, Tox?
Most definitely.
See?
Have you checked the timer on the event? When does it run out?
What? Oh, 2 days and 14 hours from today. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Wednesday, like Thursday morning, like early morning, at least in the East Coast.
Okay.
So it's good because it looks like it's going to be another rain day on Wednesday. Pretty good chances it's going to be. So I'll have another whole day that I can play Conquest. So with a day in between, rest. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a different.
Well, if you want to take on a challenge, I'm willing to challenge you.
Challenge me to what?
Level 15. First one to 15.
First one to 15. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to 15 faster than you, Talks. If you play, 20 hours a day like you normally do, right? It's 20
I'm
hours.
just saying, if you want a challenge.
If I want a challenge, I think I would just be putting up a challenge and then just falling apart after day one, because I said, well, tomorrow I'll definitely be busy a lot more and won't be able to play almost at all, except in the evening. But we will see. You should challenge Extinction. He can use a good challenge. Or Pisces Shark. You know, Pisces Shark will do anything that if you challenge, he will put every single bit of effort into that challenge.
Yeah, but I want to see the king of streamers do a challenge.
Oh, you want to see? Oh, maybe. I have to know that I have guaranteed time off, multiple days in a row, because during this Conquest, missing a whole day in between. Like if I play all day today, which I've already been playing a whole bunch, I'm already halfway through level 3, but and then have an entire day like tomorrow where I'm missing 10 hours of possible game time. I don't know. I think I'm just basically guaranteed to lose.
What level did you say you are?
I'm only on 3 right now. Why? What are you on? Are you on 5 or 6?
I'm just about to finish 5.
See? I already can guess where you're at because I know how fast-paced you are. You Joe, on time? Yeah, nice, you Joe. I'd rather get the gems than Vixia all the way, says Don. Nice. She's old meta, right? She is Pantheon. That's another reason why I believe a lot of times level 8 4-star Titans a lot of times are Pantheon oriented. What's up, Eric? Thank you for joining. We got Tox on Discord. Oh, and we also have someone else. Guess who else joined? Who else joined, Tox?
It's Lady Val.
Huh? Your entrance, Val. Come on, we gave it to you. Are you there? Can you hear us?
think she can hear us, though.
Maybe not.
Hello.
There she is.
I
All right.
know what happened.
Okay. I was like, man, we set her up for such a great entrance, and it was like, oh man.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It said that I joined, but then it gave me a connection error on Discord. And so I had to restart it. But then when I went to join now, it said I was already here, but I wasn't.
It must be all that throttling of all the internet because of all these people on.
Something. I don't know. Discord, this is the second time my Discord connection's been bad. In 2 weeks.
Oh no. So, Val, are you excited for Conquest?
Not really.
Not really. Now, okay, is it because of the prizes, or is it because you just grinded so much over this last weekend?
I think I think I'm still from Baba Yaga event. I'm still I don't even want to play. Which I know sounds terrible, but...
Oh, Val, but you did so well in Baba Yaga.
Crazy.
Yeah, but what level is your Baba Yaga, though? What level?
48. I have to do Conquest. I need to finish her up, and I need relics to upgrade, but yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm just saying. Yes, you do. You're absolutely right, Val. I'm glad you.
I know.
Because if you were gonna say, well, Zalon, I'm gonna kind of. Noodle around a little bit. I was going to be like, well, Val, I don't know. You did spend so much, time and effort and most likely finances to get those two Baba Yagas. So,
Right.
You got to give them some love.
Yeah, I'll definitely, get it finished. And I'm not going to go past 10, though. I know Tox is talking about level 14.
No, Tox said he's changed his mind, though, now that it's not one portal stone. So,
oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now,
Tox is super active, though. He's used to grinding an event out. I've done it, 3 times, maybe.
What's up, Jonathan Garcia? And Gary, what's going on, Gary? Good to see you as well. Made sure I streamed a little bit earlier so people that don't normally get a chance to jump on have an opportunity. Soldier's here too as well, so hashtag opportunity for Soldier. But Val, so do you think you might stream during Conquest at all in the next? Not today specifically, but maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Maybe. Maybe.
My daughter's in the hospital.
What? No.
Yeah, she we thought that she was nauseous and wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
So a friend works at the hospital. She took her to urgent care, and they felt her stomach, and she was in so much pain. They're like, okay, this is appendicitis. Take her to the hospital.
Oh.
So she took her to the hospital, and they did a CT scan and found out that she had a giant cyst. So they
how old is she?
Surgery last night.
How old is she?
She's 16.
Okay. And she hasn't had problems like this before, though, right?
No, never.
Oh, okay.
They did within 2 hours. They had her in surgery. So she was out of surgery by 11 o'clock last night.
Okay.
But I can't go to the hospital. They're not allowing anyone that doesn't need to be there in. Yeah. And because of her age, she's not considered someone who would need their mom there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. And that's another reason why I asked for age and if this has happened before, because again, sometimes it's, a reoccurring incident or if it's of a younger child, like you just said, you'd have to be there. So.
Right. They changed their policies. Normally, they said that I could go in this morning. I would just have to get checked out. They'd have to check my temperature, make sure I wasn't coughing, all that stuff. And then by 11 o'clock last night, they changed their policy saying that nobody is allowed in that wasn't already there for 48 hours.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, then she'll be home Tuesday, hopefully. So with all this going on, I can't even be at the hospital with my kid. So.
Oh, man.
Kind of crazy.
I know. I bet you're going crazy. Well, thank you for joining us, Val. Relieve a little bit of your stress. Relax a little bit. Try to, at least. So.
I'm trying to keep my mind occupied.
Mm-hmm.
I actually spent some time in Call of Duty because I was just like freaking out yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, what else can you do? You know.
Right. So, yeah. I told Tox that, you know, if he was streaming this week, I would definitely join.
Tox. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Tox.
Yeah.
I downloaded Streamlabs yesterday, but
all right.
I still got to work.
Well, Streamlabs on the phone is not too difficult, just so you know. If you need to watch like a quick YouTube video on it, it shouldn't be too difficult to figure all out, just so you know.
No, I'm sure Zalam can help me after it's finished on here.
Oh yeah, I can if you do have any questions. As long as it's Android. Yeah, I can help you, most definitely.
No, it's not Android.
It's not? Well then, I don't know.
I use Mob Crush.
We'll see.
But I don't, stream as often as you do.
So Heaney says, I'm so mad recently about Baba Yaga event because I lost 13k souls seriously after a server error. You mean as in just like a regular battle server error and you came back into the game and you had 13k less souls? And did you take... unfortunately, you may not have had screenshots of when you had the souls, but if you should be able to report that though, and they should be able to see that you had all of those souls.
Well, no one's really responding to messages right now, are they?
Is that the case? Because I haven't actually submitted any tickets in the last week or so. So is that the case?
I know a few people submitted tickets, and they were told that they're pretty much have to wait because there's no one in the office.
Really? Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's still the case. I haven't tried recently to submit tickets. So.
Interesting.
Well, I have got access to their phone number if anybody wants it.
All right. You hear that? Tox has got the phone number.
I got it from Dev Salon.
You didn't get him from me. Why? Hercules says, sorry to hear this, Val. All the best to your daughter.
Thank you.
Yes. It's very sad.
She's tough. Very proud of her.
Well, good.
So how far are you going this event?
I'm gonna go all the way. I'm gonna go all the way and grab Chernobog because I need to for collector's purposes. But
he's going to go to 15 with me.
No, I'm not going to 15. I'm not gonna be able to have.
You're not going.
Put the effort in, man. It's worth it. You might get one of those rabbits.
Yeah, you think so?
It might do.
Well, I think the rabbit's gonna listen. I think the rabbit's gonna come back around for Easter this year. So just putting that out there, like as in it maybe.
It didn't come around last year.
It came out in a poll event last year because last year is when it came out for the first time. Pretty certain on that.
Yeah, it wasn't in a normal event. I know that.
No, it was in a relic. No, it was in a relic temple event, and like nobody was getting it except for Dromediddle because he pulled like 50 million times.
Val got one in the full event.
Yeah, I got one.
Super jealous.
I'm pretty sure it was expensive though, so.
Okay, so I mean, I touched 13K milestone, then when the battle was over, suddenly the whole game gone black screen, then boom, done, 13K whoosh. So the event completely reset back to 0 is what you're saying.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, still submitting the ticket is still the... and contacting them on all the social channels is the only thing that I know of that you can do. And if you don't hear back from them because of this current situation with the coronavirus, it may be a longer wait because of that.
And you just kind of have to wait. I mean, there's really nothing you can do to speed that up.
Imagine if poop smelled like flowers, you'd be pooping in every corner of your house. You heard of pot potpourri? You get ready for poop potpourri. Oh, Brain. Thank you for joining, Brain.
I still figured out the fascination with poop and guys.
Yes.
No, I think Brain's the cause of all the toilet roll.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys talk about it quite often.
I don't talk about it.
Comes up quite often because the Brain, he has a lot.
Makes you wonder if that's just a guy thing.
He just has a lot on his mind when it comes down to the poop issue. All right, so Baba Yaga's been great for Conquest. I've just been using Baba Yaga the entire time in either Conquest battles or regular battles, but we'll see in some of the higher ones if I'm going to still have to bust out Osiris in some of the later ones just to make it easy.
After 10 it gets harder.
My Baba Yaga's only, 44? Almost, something like that. So... So Sahini says this is not the first time this has happened. He lost Athena this way, Zeus this way, and many more.
I'll get on to support.
Yeah. Saying it's the same silly message they get back saying we're looking into it, looking for fixes, blah, 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 blah. So, Sahini, do you actually see anyone else on any of the social channels with maybe the same issue that you're having, or you feel like you're the only one? Because if you're having this happen on multiple events, I would be looking at possibly between, I don't want to say that it could be your device. I don't want to say that, but if it's happening in so many different events, and I don't want to, see, that's the thing though. It's like, well, what could that issue be that one player is having that problem? It could be the device they're using, because for some reason the game just doesn't operate properly on that device and it's having some sort of bug issue. Or is it a connection issue or the country they're in? Because if everyone else is not having the issue and they're in all sorts of other places and using different devices, then I'm just trying to, try to sum up the issue or problem, because again, if it happens multiple times to the same person, how else do you figure out that, what's wrong with that? So, I don't know.
Those are some big events to be losing a Titan over, too.
Yeah, exactly. Two of us in the whole alliance is having this problem. Okay. No, I mean, maybe try to figure out exactly what that other person... Is it happening at the exact same time? Like, Soon as my account gets the 13,000 souls on an event, all of a sudden it resets. And did it happen the same exact way for that other person, or did it just happen randomly at a different time in the event?
That is pretty crazy.
You know? Just, I guess that would be the best way to look into the issue, is saying, you know, trying to figure out what's similar between the people that have the issue. And if there is no similarities, then it's still pretty much up in the air of exactly what is the real problem. His one got in 15K. Okay, so it has not.
So it's not the number.
It doesn't.
Souls.
It's not specifically where you are in the event that it's happening. So just have to check and see. Like I said, if the person is from the same area, like as in country, or also using the same device as you, could be something similar.
So you got another visitor, by the way.
Oh, what's going on? We got let's see.
Gary.
It's Gary. Yep, because you need to change your name in Discord so it just makes it easier for everyone.
Yeah, sorry for that. It's been like that for ages.
I know. But what's going on, Gary?
Oh, not a whole lot, just smashing away on Conquest.
Yeah. Yeah, were you waiting this morning, checking on the hour? Because I was at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, maybe Conquest will start at 8 a.m. like it has sometimes in the past.
No.
And then I checked at 9, and then I checked at 10, and then finally at 11. I was like, thank goodness.
I was disappointed the one portal stone thing finished.
Yep, exactly. That has been one of the major downsides of this conquest, because everyone was really hoping that it would continue. So, but Gary, is there anything in this conquest that you're actually excited about, or are you just trying to get as many triple battle drops as possible?
The triple battle drops, I think.
Yeah. See, I'll grab the Chilling Vial and Chernobog just because I'm collecting. That's pretty much Chilling Vial is a good relic. I know a lot of people may say that I'm not going to go all the way up there just for that one. So, understandable as well. What are you doing, Baba Yaga?
It'll depend on how many event relics.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had 20 event relics coming into this conquest. So, I had no problem.
Oh, sorry, not the relics, the warp stone drops.
Oh, well, yeah. That's also, it just depends, obviously, if you're going to go around it.
Because my last one was terrible.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like you, I've got plenty of relics, but the warp stone drop was awful.
What's it like today?
But what was that?
Sorry, Tux.
What's it like today? Warpstone drops.
Yeah, it's not great either, so far.
That's actually been pretty good. I've actually had a pretty good day so far, actually, to be honest with you. Hasn't been bad. I wonder if there's a lot more.
Well, I just close my device if I stop getting them and reopen the game, and then they start again.
Oh yeah, is that the trick, Tox? Is that the trick?
Well, I do that as well. It doesn't make any difference.
Mm-hmm. Look at all these portal stones.
You got a lot of stuff in your treasury there.
Yeah, I do. I was just looking to see if I had a lot of loose portal stones, just in case if I wanted to do that. But I'm just going to drop these 125 right now. And just use these up.
Hi, Val. Hope your daughter gets better soon.
Thank you. She's, I talked to her, got a FaceTime her this morning. That's about as much contact as I had. But she's still a little out of it from the pain meds, but she looks better, so that's good.
Bacon Boy, you're asking when am I going to pull DGs? Most likely, actually, definitely pulling DGs when they tell us that the Divine Gem altars have been changed. And after I do a quick Divine Gem altar video on my test account. just to see how sweet it is. But yes, as soon as...
I think you should do it on your main first.
no. Well, I'll definitely pull on my main. I definitely will, but I'll probably as soon as we know that they changed, it should be this week. Actually, it should be this week.
Said, yeah.
Is going to be the Divine altar changes because they're already like the ability for them to change is already in the game. It just hasn't been turned on yet. So
it's a shame they didn't do that before Conquest. And then we could level these 5 stars quick.
Yeah, implying that you're getting 5. That you're... Well, I mean, there may be...
The hope is there.
Yeah, the hope is there. That's right.
Or spells, do you reckon?
Wait, what did you say? What spells do I reckon?
No, what do you think the new 5 stars will be like spell orientated?
It very much could be that way. Yes, and they may all be all the new 5 stars, the 6 new ones, may all be released all at once too, as well. That also might be the case.
They could also have troop summonings on them as well.
Which would be interesting.
Give you so many extra summons.
We'll see. We're all gold. Yeah, Sohini, I've heard of that before, and I've dealt with that before, where there's lands that people have when you try to attack them that immediately push a server error. But everybody in the chat, I want to hear what everybody thinks. How far are you going to go in the event? Do you have plans to just grind triple battle drops? Or do you actually have like I'm going to make it to 7, I'm going to do 8, I'm going to go all the way to 10. I'm going to val it up and go to like 15. You know? I use you as an example, Val. I hope you don't mind.
Do you use me as an example?
Yeah. Because if you're gonna go super hard in either really popular events or in Conquest, you're gonna val it up. You know, you're gonna go really far.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, you go really, really far.
You named it.
Yes.
It's not Extinction Up, it's Valor.
Well,
I don't know. Extinction might have an issue with that.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It was so funny for the Baba Yaga event. He's like, just how many souls do you have?
Yeah, I need to know.
I was getting puppy dog little things and flowers, and I got a rose. It was funny. Yes. I think he was trying to beat me, but
he was, because he loves to be competitive just as much as you do. But it was very funny. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, I do have a really bad competitive streak. It's not always a good thing.
There's competitive and there's competitive.
Right.
It's just with some people. Like some people, I'm just like, you know. Like if they like beat me, like whatever. But some people, like, you know, I want to be yeah.
I could just picture Val, you know, no streams going on or anything. Like she's just in front of her phone, like as soon as the event starts, and she just yells out, "Not this time!" You know, and she just goes at it. You know, her finger just starts going real fast. You know, as soon as the event starts.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some leagues that are set up like perfect for events where everybody has low lands Everybody's super active. And then if I go in, like, depending on the boost Titan, if it's like a summoner, it's super fast raids. You just throw everything down and it's over, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, there's Extinction in the chat. He says, hello. Hello.
He heard you, Zalon.
He did.
I'm sure Extinction beats me in VP and events every other time. This is like the one time I won.
Except for Conquest, though. Sometimes we're on like the second day of Conquest, and we're on a live stream, and everybody's just going around saying where they're at, and you're like usually one of the last people to speak up, and you're kind of like, I'm on 14.
Yeah. A few times. Yes.
Yes. So I have to say that's very impressive.
Well, I am at 0 right now. So.
All right. We'll check back later, Val. We'll check back later.
Right.
Very shortly, Val will be like, I'm already on 8, completed 8. And I'll be like, what? It's only been less than an hour, Val.
I gotta keep you guys going.
Right? The motivation.
Yes. It works.
It does. I know it does.
We don't ever ask our play, like, we do a sign up, it's, what you commit. We don't later change it, be like, okay, well, now you need 5K, like, we don't ask for that. But when the players see, the leaders up there pushing beyond, then this last event, we had so many above like 38K, all on their own.
Well, did
Talks
you?
did, what,
I could
40?
see you having like 80K written on a piece of paper in magic marker on your fridge, and every time you walk every time during that last event, that Baba Yaga event, every time you walk past it, you'd hit the fridge like, yeah, 80K, we're going to 80K. I know.
I won't ever do that much. I mean, that was 87 was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly was.
Yeah. That's probably my
I don't know
high.
how you'd get that high.
Gary, how is it possible?
You spend a
I
few.
don't think I can count that far.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy. I did have really good luck in battle drops, even after buying like the starter packs. When I pulled relics, I pulled 5 4-star relics in that event.
Jesus.
On top of the 5 $20 starter packs I spent on.
Wow.
I just got super lucky.
Yeah, no kidding. So he says, I'm just gonna complete it just for relics. Not interested in Chernobog or any Titan, but this time if I get server error, then the whole level reset, I will throw my device and myself through the window. Yourself as well? Well, Sohini, I don't think that's necessary. Maybe the device, but I wouldn't throw yourself. Xenochrist.
Chernobog might be boost Titan for this week.
That's true. Chernobog may be the boost Titan for this next week. So really, the goal is grab Chernobog, level him up to 30, and be ready for the new god.
Yep, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Thanks, Gary. You have plenty of time, DOT community. You have plenty of time. Plenty of time. And if you saved up Portal Stone relics, you should be doing just fine. Fine. This event pays you back if you grind it. Don says, I hope they don't increase the DGs on the new ones. Well, I hope, if anything, they keep the 5,000 guarantee for the new ones, and then do a reduced guaranteed amount for the second and first generation ones, and then hopefully, if they do a 500 altar, they remove the 3 stars.
I reckon a 6, a 4, and a 2,000 for each level DG. For each level.
Oh, you say they should increase it to 6 for the new ones? Instead of 5? Okay.
And then 4 for the ones that are out now, and then 2 for the old ones.
I was thinking more of a 5.
Nah.
I was thinking of a 5.4 and a 3500. And then I also was thinking of if they do decide to keep the 500 DG altar, that they can allow 3-star XP relics in there. No 3-star relics though, except for 3-star XP relic, because that'll be the lowest you can get. 4-star XP relic will be in there. End of event relic, or what's it called? High event reward relics that we rarely ever see. You could throw a dozen of them in there, and then put all the 5 stars in there for 500. I think that would be worth it. And then at 1,000, I was also thinking that if they would do 1,000 altar, it's only 5 stars plus. I don't know. They couldn't do that for 1,000. That'd be rough. Maybe just less 4-star relics in it.
I think you guys are reaching.
I don't know. Xenochrist says he misses you, Val. Oh. Val's taking care of it. She sent an invite. See, Xenochrist,
Yeah.
I think took a break from the game. Now, even though some
He did.
might have said quit at some point using such harsh words, Xenochrist. We would never use such harsh words, right? We took a break from the game. And now,
Yes.
because I remember the streams where Val and Jim and people were coming back and talking a lot more on the streams, and Xenochrist was like, I need to come back. This sounds like a great idea, so.
He was actually, I sent a couple of our players to one of our sister alliances who were fighting a Russian team.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that he was in there, so I threw him an invite. I'm hoping he accepts it.
Yes. So, Val, we discussed earlier that you said that due to your current situation that you would be really willing to jump on a talk stream, but maybe Jim would also stream. Do you think maybe he would for Conquest?
Yeah, I mean, we usually do a Conquest stream, but it's usually a weekend.
Exactly.
We normally do it like a Friday, right?
Is Jim home? I don't know. Do you guys know that Jim or Val Ortox? Do you guys know? Is he done this week? Is he still working?
Yeah, he's still working.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's at work. He said that he didn't have service or something today because he was out on a job.
Okay.
I'm not sure what his week is like or anything. Tox probably knows more than I do.
He's working today. I've spoken to him today.
Okay.
So we'll see. Maybe a Jim stream up in the air. I was trying to convince Dee to stream, which would also be a lot of fun. So we'll see. See if I can get Dee to stream maybe tomorrow night, because I definitely will want a break. Because especially if I stream today, for whoever knows how long, it's up in the air how long I'm going to stream today. So, because I do have some amazing people.
You streamed the other day for a long time.
Well, there was the 6-hour stream, and then the bonus hour, and then there was the 3-hour stream, and then another 3-hour stream on Saturday. So yeah, I've streamed a lot. There's a lot of content out there right now. So
Right.
I'm trying to break it up with a few days in between, allowing people to actually soak the content, because some people find it necessary to, try to watch it all in order, obviously, but also at the same time not miss anything. So I noticed that my Saturday stream only had just over 200 views at this point, and there was actually like a lot of views for Dee's birthday stream. And I'm like, maybe people have just not gotten to my Saturday stream yet. You know what I mean? So
I got to your Saturday stream. I got to it.
There you go. Good job, Gary.
I left you the little comment.
That's true, because we definitely at the very end. Major shout outs to all sorts of countries, and then I slipped in Ireland with Gary. It was random. It was very random, and it just kind of popped right out randomly. So
it was. I was getting up ready to go and make a cup of tea and all this, and all of a sudden you mention my name, and I'm like, woo!
Right? There you go.
Bit childish, but
It's all right, though. It's all right.
That's kind of cute.
But see, at the same time, though, when you're not already, if you're not on, or you were on a long time ago, and I'm streaming for multiple hours, you never know. You know, if you're someone that is very active in the chat and or on Discord, you know, you could be mentioned at any time. That's why you have to listen all the way through, DOT community, all the way through.
That's blackmail. That's blackmail.
Well, there you see, double warpstone drop. Double warpstone, not bad. No triples yet. No triples, no triple. Anybody else see any triples yet?
No. I didn't see any last Conquest either.
I think last Conquest I got at least one triple. Maybe I got two, I don't know. Or maybe it was the second one I ever got. Maybe that's why I'm thinking two. Triples don't happen often.
Trying to get some VP together. I'm in Hammer. Shock.
Oh, yeah, you got to hit your minimums in Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary. So, Gary and Talks, I really want to hear between either one. Obviously, at this point, with the way things are going over in Ireland and the UK, do you guys know anybody that has any symptoms of the coronavirus? Like personally, like know anyone?
Not guaranteed symptoms.
Okay, well, like they haven't gotten tested then. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Gary?
Well, I know certain friends of mine and families have cases. But my wife's a nurse, and
oh, your wife's a nurse. Okay, so she's probably working nonstop. Is that the case?
yes, an awful lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's always the concern. All the healthcare professionals are always concerned about getting it themselves, being around so much possible sickness. So
Man, I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy everywhere.
yeah. Well, I'm hoping the best for absolutely everyone, and of course, especially the healthcare professionals, because they're the ones putting themselves at risk to go in and help everybody.
Absolutely.
They shut down the pubs, Salon.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Ferranic's here. Yes, now Ferranic's here. He's from New Zealand. So
3 Portal Stone Conquest. Woo!
yeah, right.
Your predictions weren't true, Zolon.
I was hopeful. Remember, I was hopeful. Talks. So
You've just lost the power, man.
I lost the power. I said I was hopeful. I was hopeful.
You need to get your He-Man back on.
Yeah. I've got the power.
Your inside information was a bit lax.
Well, some people didn't believe it was going to last past the weekday event, and then it lasted all weekend. So people were like, "Oh!" So, come on, you got to give me a break. It still lasted longer than most people expected. Pisces, I already said that. Might just go, hey, if you want to challenge, then challenge Pisces. I already said that, Pisces. See? Tox, you can back me up on that. I already said that. So, yes. Tox.
Oh, yeah, he did say that, but I said I'm going to challenge Zolon.
See? But see, Pisces is always up for a good challenge. He probably has a guaranteed schedule for the next few days that he knows he can just grind like crazy, and that'll be more of a fair fight. Don't give the devs the ideas. The altar should stay 500. That's it. Oh, well, there's the other one, too. The 5,000 guaranteed. I mean, I believe that the guaranteed ones should be split up. so that you have a better shot of actually getting the 5-star relics you want. I don't want 18 5-star relics in one altar. I just don't. I'd prefer there to be 6 in each altar, allowing for a better shot, especially when you're spending that many gems. Nobody saves up for the 5,000 for the most part. There is some, probably maybe like a 10 or 15% of the community may do that, but for the most part, everyone else does 500 pulls. So
I'm like you, I wait for 1,500 and then I do it.
Well, this time I'm going higher than that. I'm already going to be at over 2,500 after this event. So I'll be able to do at least 5 pulls with the new Divine Altars. Maybe 6. Maybe 6, depending on if the Divine Altars happen and I go all the way in this next event for the new God, which typically, well, I shouldn't say typically, every God Titan that's ever come out, I've gone and at least gotten the God Titan. Sometimes I've not done all the stretch rewards. It just depends. So, but definitely going to get the new God Titan when it comes out this next weekend. Look at this. Look at these little lands.
I'm the same. I've got, 2,078 at the moment.
Yeah, so if there's anybody new to my streams, if there's anybody that hasn't been listening for the last few streams or hasn't caught up yet, or doesn't matter one way or the other, save your divine gems. Save them until the altars are changed. I believe you will have a better shot at things that you want in these new altars. And that also means if the altars are crap when they first when they come out and people are trying them and they're just still not satisfied with the way the devs did set them up, they told us they will change them. So obviously, if you see someone else, it's just like in real life, if you see someone else, put their hand on a burner on a stove and they get burned, don't go and do it yourself. Like, hold your DGs, okay? Just hold on to them. So when these altars come out and they are crap, or maybe some of them are crap, so like maybe the guaranteed ones are done right, but you don't have enough DGs for a while, but the 500 is messed up, so just don't do it. Then yes, just don't do it. Don't, some people are just like, oh man, I can't hold on to 500, let alone anything more than that, Zalon. What do I do? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Just, I wish there was a way that you could put a lock on them, so you don't accidentally pull when you're all, maybe having a good time and just thinking, I'm just gonna pull 500, and then you're just super upset because you got a 3-star.
Or Tox tries to convince you to do it.
or Tox tries to convince you to do it on your live stream. Hey, Kimasabi. They should just let us pick at the 5,000 altar. That would be nice. But I believe the 5,000... I truly believe the 5,000 altar should be the newest divine gem, or the newest 5 stars. Actually, to be honest, yes, they should let us pick, but they should let us pick at the 4,000 at the 3,500 if they're the second and first generation ones. At the 5,000... I would be alright if they let it random. I would be okay if they let it random. But if they let us pick that too, I would be down for that too. But if they let us at least choose a first and second generation 5-star at 35 and 4,000, it'd be nice. Because they do say all the time on the streams that the earlier 5-stars, the ones they released, obviously the ones though I'm referring to, like the first and second generation ones, they released them a while ago, and they may not be as relevant, especially the first generation ones, may not be as relevant in the current meta. Well, if it is, then please dictate it by how much the divine gems that you're spending are. That should not be worth the same amount as a brand new 5-star. So if they realize that and say it out loud like that, that they realize that that's the case. Well, yes, that's great that you may eventually have a Titan that's going to, work well with it so it's not useless. That's great. But if you're acknowledging the fact that they're maybe not great in the current meta, well then please make sure that people are paying less for them.
What's the first gen one that's useless at the minute?
That's the Dragon Slayer,
isn't it?
Yeah, Dragon Slayer.
Like a paladin. And
No, I thought Dragon Slayer was the Guardian one.
I think it's the Guardian one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Actually, I just know that the champion one's the Earthshaker because I want another one.
Yeah, well, okay, you have one, Val?
I only have one. I have so many Shadow Dancers, it's ridiculous. I got 5.
Well, aren't the Shadow Dancers also another 5-star that nobody really cares for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have it on anything, so I'm not big with infiltrators.
Well, what do you got to work with infiltrators when that is like an infiltrator type event?
I honestly don't know.
I was just gonna say you don't have a Bast or an Arya? No?
I have a Bast. I do have one on Bast. I do. I just, ever since Osiris,
Yeah.
I kind of rotate between Osiris and Kronos, to be honest.
Okay.
Those are just like my go-to.
I think you're the only person to use Kronos.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
I can take a piggy with Kronos, so I'm pretty happy about that.
See, you can hear it in Val's voice. She's just like, you think so? You think so? I like that, Val. All right.
I think there's others that use Kronos. I've had Kronos tried, on my piggy, but
it doesn't work,
I
huh?
think
You got a good build there, Val. Wink, wink, nudge,
I got
nudge.
a good build. I do.
All right. That's good.
We'll have to. I think Shy tested my Garrison.
Oh yeah.
With everything that he had, and he couldn't beat it. We'll have to be in the same league, Zalon.
All right.
You can test my Garrison.
All right. Well, I'm in a Masters League right now, I think. So, whereabouts are you at?
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Pretty certain.
I don't know if we're in the same Masters League.
Well, is Knights with you? Because I know they're in the same league as us. Here, let me just check then.
I don't know. I know that War Gods is because they sent me a message. I popped in game for a short time this morning. And that was all I looked at. No, we're not.
No, you're not. Zalon, I know you said it already. I was using how you just put me out there for challenges, trying to put it off onto me. Well, Pisces, you need some good challenges. Let's just put it that way. You enjoy it, and you can't say that you don't come out on top when you do a lot in the game. So making challenges just makes it even more fun for you. So I'm sure
it's like a game inside of the game.
Exactly. So if anybody wants to challenge Pisces Shark, he's right there in the chat. Just let him know. You'll race him to 100 million VP, and he's up for it.
I think Zalon should come and join us for our next push with him.
Oh yeah, Tox. Is that what needs to happen? Oh man, Tox always has these.
I'll make him a spot.
Tox always has these ideas, man. Oh man.
Yeah, that's it. You can come get 40 million VP, Zalon.
Oh yeah, 40 million. Oh yeah.
No problem.
I won't even do 40 million again.
See. So Heaney says 18K DG didn't spend none yet. Wow, that is a lot of savings. But
18K. That's
is it really
crazy.
changed? Yeah. Well, we'll see. But these new 5 stars may be the tipping point in making you decide to possibly pull. So Hinisa, we'll see. And if they're not up to the current meta, then reskill them and make them relevant, says Kimosabi. I can agree with that, definitely. There are so many decent old meta titans if they get reskilled, or maybe just like Runa 2.0, it can be great. Well, I enjoy Runa 2.0. I think she's still a lot of fun. So... I really think that was a good idea of what they did with her for the anniversary. Zolan, when are you done with the live stream? Check ban. I sent you. Okay, sure, Pisces. I will check it out. Yeah, Vixia is like a 2.0. She's definitely had a couple different. She's had at least another version, possibly 2.
I like Vixia.
But I think it's more of the Pisces, the 2.0 Runa thing is the fact that is the fact that she went from being a 2-star to a 4-star and a brand new Titan, really. Not exactly a reskill.
Vixia was my first 60.
Oh, really? What's up, Blue herself?
Do you still have it?
I do.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Kimosabi, I'm getting Chernobog just because he looks cool, right? He does look cool.
Flamehide was my first 60, and I fused him into...
Oh, you sound sad, Val, when you say it like that.
I wasn't ready to let go.
Oh my gosh. I still have my...
No, it was good.
I still have my first Kobar. I still have my first 60. I still have everything. Everything.
It's still on your order, that's why.
And you love it, Tox. You love it.
I fused my Fitbin first 60, and that was Calvarax back in the day.
Oh, that hurts.
Wow.
I could never fuse away my Calvarax.
My first offender was Skolnar, and he had lightning when there was no lightning.
Oh, me too.
He had lightning defense.
That's crazy. Yeah, and everybody used to say that my Skolnar would never be useful.
Yeah, it was great when it first came in.
Right?
Not so great now.
Oh no, not so great now. No. Yes.
Durant was my favorite. That was my first Titan that I had. So
yeah,
you know,
it was my first 53 star.
Right.
What was your first max 3-star then?
Mine?
Anybody remember?
I actually think that I didn't max a 3-star. I mean, to be honest, and that was one of my biggest mistakes. I went immediately and started leveling Cal Core in late December, and it was definitely detrimental to my gameplay because I think I left my Durat at. Oh no, I think I got my Durat to 50. I might be wrong. I might have taken Durat to 50 because everybody was playing with Durat back then.
I didn't get a 4-star for 10 months.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yep. It was very casual at the beginning.
I used a Kivu for about 9 months.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I find one that I like and I stick to it.
I got a 4-star within my first couple weeks. On the 3rd week of my gameplay, I got my first 4-star, and it was Cal Core.
Yeah, I got one pretty early too.
Because it was the Fire leaderboard event at Christmas time in December of 2016. Those were the days.
You have such a good memory. I'm trying to remember when I even started playing this game.
Oh, yes. Well,
it was by total chance, too. It's the crazy part. I wasn't looking for a game to play at all.
Now, look what happened.
I know.
Val is adored by all of her Alliance members,
You're regretting that day, Val.
and she's DOT famous on YouTube, and everybody knows her name. You know, she gets messages in game. People are like, Val, we know what you do. You're so awesome.
You're so funny.
You don't get those, Val? I'm sure you do.
I do.
You do. See, I knew it.
It's I get little things like, I really do like your voice. Don't let anyone say you have a bad voice.
Yeah, see?
Like that. Like it is really sweet.
See?
Do you ever get those, Dylan?
I get stuff from people that when I usually it's on Monday mornings, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in the same league as you, Zalon. It's great to, you know, sometimes people will be like, say stuff like that, or they'll say, "Oh, I watch your streams all the time. I just wanted to say, you know, thanks for what you do." There's a lot of times it's people's names that I have never recognized from the stream. So,
right. That don't really speak up in the chats or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. They're very quiet, but then they do see you in game, and they treat you like they're seeing you as a famous person on the streets, you know? Because they're being very nice, you know?
They know how, like, what kind of a person you are based on, you know, the live streams, because we just come on and we're ourselves and we have fun. And then in game, they're like, you know, if there's ever a hiccup and they're involved or whatever, it's like things go smoothly because they kind of know who you are.
Yes, right? They do. Val, she's like, DOT Mafia, they know who I am.
It's like, are you Val from the live stream? It's like, yes.
Yes.
They're like, how are you?
Yes, see, and they know.
Yeah.
Even though they don't know you completely, they just know you from the live streams, and that's more than anybody else in the game, so that makes it something, you know?
Right.
I bet they do that to you, Dylan.
What, Gary, you did that to me? Is that what you said?
No, I bet they don't do that to you. Tell you you've got a lovely voice.
Oh, no. Actually, I have gotten a few messages about, oh, your voice sounds like this person or that person, so I'm assuming that's a compliment most of the time, so.
Yeah. I never get compared. I mean, I've gotten compared to D, of course, but like nobody else. Well, there's not very many female streamers, so I guess that's why.
It's true. They are, well, there's probably, at this point, if Lieutenant Lou was still up in action, you would have, like, what, 3 female streamers in So, but, let's see. I'm missing a bunch of chats, so let me just read a few of these. My first 4-star Titan was Korthan, and then the event Rise of Kings came out. Yeah. Korthan. I always liked Korthan and Omarand. I hate how this game starts to gain momentum, then trips and lands face first into a steaming pile of Chernobog. Yeah, he's reskilled, but he ain't even as good as Helga, released 2 months ago. And see, that's why I was saying, for me, it's more of a collector's piece as anything else. Because most players will be getting him pretty quick and fast just to see if there is any good use at all. But for the most part, I think that still, even with the reskill, it's not going to be as much of a difference. But we'll see.
I'll get him just because I collect.
You do collect? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I have all the I've got them all. The Minotaurs and Kreptar and...
Yeah, do you got all the pigs?
I do.
All right, just checking. If you're a collector, just checking. All right. All right.
I shouldn't have.
I'm not as bad as you are, Zalon.
What do you mean?
I did get rid of some that, you know, I sacrificed some that I probably wouldn't have wanted to max out a few.
Well, I'll get rid of some that may have levels and stuff if I have a level 1 to replace it. That's all I care about. It's just as long as I still have one.
I got rid of your favorite Titan last week, Salon.
Oh, you got rid of what? My boy.
No, she's female.
Let me see.
Ulrich.
Was it Ulrich?
No.
Oh.
Dog.
Hell.
Oh, Hell? Yeah, Mamesh and Hell, I was always searching for them for the longest time because I missed them. So, right now, Broomhilda is the one I'm missing, but I'm sure she won't be as popular by the time I finally get her. So, but for the most part, I have majority of everything. So we'll see. Take care. Oh,
I have
all right, Don. See you later.
Brunhilde. I just don't have my lightning storms maxed.
Oh. My first 2-star was Halstead.
I really slacked.
You really slacked in the beginning, Val? Is that what you're trying to say?
I've slacked on my spells completely. Still.
Says the woman with 40,000.
Blue herself, anyone know why 1 Portal Stone raids are now 3 Portal Stone raids? I believe it's because it's Conquest, and they either one of two things happened. One, when they started the Conquest event up, it just immediately changed them back because that's just the way the Conquest event is set up to be run, and it has nothing to do with them changing it. Or two, they did change it back on purpose because it was only going to be run from last week, and they just, of course, didn't tell us anything about how long it was going to run for and what exactly that they were planning on doing. So it could be one of those two things. So if it is the first thing that I stated, which is it's just strictly this is how Conquest runs, and it won't run with 1 Portal Stone raids, then immediately after the event is over, 1 Portal Stone raids may come back for this weekend's event. It may be the case. We'll see what happens. Time will tell.
Okay.
So, what's up, Polo? Thank you for joining. You're going to watch the stream tomorrow. I'm going to give me something to watch while... It's going to give me something to watch while grinding. Good, Don. I'm glad.
Maybe you'll have a talk stream to watch as well.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Sally, you check the end of the bus there.
Not at all. I'm supporting you.
Yes. Val says she will be there. She'll be there in Discord the entire time, just like you are for her talks.
Yes. I told him I would.
See?
Especially if it's after Tuesday.
Right. Hey, Prometheo. We got Gary, Tox, and Val all on Discord. Promethea, if you want to join. Blue herself, if you want to join. Anybody wants to join from the chat, feel free. Might hop on voice in a bit, have some work to get done first. That's fine. Oh, there's another double warp stone. Get it.
I logged off and I cleared the cache and everything, and I'm still getting none.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say the magic words? That Val is always right? Did you say those magic words?
Well, Zalon's got points there.
Yeah, okay, well, the only reason I said that is because if you do, it should work.
Yeah.
And then if not, then hashtag blame Val. Oh!
That's a total hashtag blame Zalon.
Oh, no. See, I had it all planned, DOT community. That's what you gotta do.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. See,
you started trying to start another trend.
Val's like, oh, that was so sweet, but then she's like, oh wait, no, don't blame me.
I was like, oh, Zalon's so sweet.
But secret agenda. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he just said he got a warp stone, so it worked.
I did. I'm not joking. I swear to God.
Oh, Gary. You hear that, chat? You hear that, everybody in here? 25 watching. 25 watching, everybody.
I now believe in the power of the Val.
Yay! Oh my goodness.
I'm a believer.
You're a believer. Yeah. Let's see if it works for Val.
Yeah, right? What if you don't have the right luck? You're like, oh gosh.
That's how those powers go, though, right?
Yeah.
No personal gain.
Anyways, when are you cracking those beers open?
Hold on. I'm putting more wood in the fireplace. Hold on.
Is Alon drinking?
I will be. Hold on.
He will be, doesn't he?
I will be.
I will be.
Very confident.
I will be.
Does he breathe air? If he
At least it's beer.
I'm coming.
I'm not really a beer person unless it's like I'm watching a football game. It's a good time to drink beer.
I got a whole focaccia, too, before the live stream, because I knew if I did, I could be able to eat through the stream if I needed to. So, the focaccia is so good. All right.
Well, if you do an 8-hour stream, Val will order you food.
Oh. Well, it's not necessary. I got food ahead of time. Plenty, actually.
Yeah, see, I would totally order you food. Especially 8 hours is a long time.
We'll see.
Just got my fourth 4-star of the day.
Our fourth 4-star.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. There you go, Val. Very good. Very good.
We've started it now.
Yeah. Now, see, DOT community, every time she takes credit for it means she does get the hashtag blame Val when it does go wrong, just so you know.
Oh, no.
You know, see, she's loving this taking credit for it, but she's going to have to take credit for the bad stuff, too.
I'm just picking on you a lot.
Oh, I know.
I'm a believer.
Is this an 8-hour stream, says Blue herself? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Right around hour 4, Extinction will start throwing all sorts of cash money, saying, let's keep it rolling, so we'll see what happens. It might... Time will tell. You never know what might happen.
Yeah, you might finish the whole Conquest on one stream.
Oh, I don't know if that'll ever happen.
That'd be a challenge for you.
Yeah, but that would be if Conquest started at 8 a.m. or something like that. See, when I did 10-hour streams before, usually they started a lot earlier in the morning. So... Yeah, you're missing Bo with the sound effects? I know, right? Yeah, Beaton blames Alon. I'm keeping this running because Bo started it. Yeah, you're right, Pisces. He'd be happy to hear. He's at home.
I like the hashtag beat salon.
No.
Blame salon.
No. They're old hashtags, Val. They're old. I like the...
Hey, the classics never die.
The classics never die.
Yeah. Mr. Papa Chua, or whatever that name is.
Oh, Papi Chulo? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But then there's also... Well, if the classics never die, that's why Jim came back, right? Is that why?
Salon, you got.
Oh my goodness!
You gotta find that time. You gotta find that time, or I'll go back and try and find it where Val just went. You're welcome.
You're welcome. I know, right?
You gotta find that. You're welcome.
What's up, Alex? Did I finish the last event? No. I think I got to I think it was just before 7K. I did not get to the end of the last event. I know a lot of people that did, though. And actually, Dragons got into top 50, and then we had to get back out of top 50. Everybody in Dragons did so well in the event that we made the decision when we were about ranked 79 that we were going to stay in top 51 to 100 because people wanted the choice instead of just getting straight Minotaur. I actually got Anubis over Minotaur because I did not need more 4-star Infiltrator food because that's what Minotaur would have been because I just don't need to level up another Minotaur. I already have one level 60 with everything on it.
He's the best dog.
So I was like, I would rather have gotten an Anubis to fuse into my Baba Yaga. That's what I wanted. So
That's why I had to get. I went for it to get Anubis and Thor because I fused them.
Into your Baba.
So they're my replacements. Yeah.
Into your Baba Yaga, right?
I did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were leveled up some, but, I just... That way I still have them. Even if they're like...
Yeah.
I completed on my mini, as I call it. And I got one of each. I was going to do it on my main because I'm still missing Thor. But then real life got in the way, so...
His Thor's not worth it.
Well, some people want some people want him for
Yeah,
the Pantheon
I was
collection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing it for.
That's the reason why I got them.
I got all 3 for the little guy anyway. I finished it off for him. There'd be good times for him, like, he's only level 19 or something.
Now, I do believe here, maybe not in this current update, but I believe that when we see the Earth Tar, that they're going to drop a collection in that event. Because when they've dropped collections before, they've done it as just an added screen in the event screen. Like, we just added collections, That's the way I remember them doing it previously when they did it before. So I believe that is the way they will do it, because as soon as that happens, they're going to drop a tar collection as soon as the Earth Tar comes out, because then that'll make everybody want to make sure that they grab Earth Tar because he's the last one, and then they'll all have to level them all up to at least 40. But hopefully they'll actually throw something good in there. Let's hope. It would be cool. Listen, it would be cool if they had like a token that in these new altars divine gem altars that we have the option to get, hopefully they give us an option between different generations of 5 stars. And if they do, it would actually be an amazing reward if at the level 40 of all the tars in the collection, all of them, like all 6, I believe, that you would get a token to grab a 5-star, basically, like from the altar. It would still be one of a certain generation.
That's a long.
It would be insane. How many people would level up all their tars, Tox?
I haven't got more, so I can't level them.
Well, everybody would level them up if that was an opportunity. Let's just say that.
The only one that would be Val.
Well, I got them all too. I got them all. Just saying.
Wow, I got 2 more.
Yay!
What is this week's event, Alex? This week's event is going to be the new God Titan is coming out. We don't exactly know what, like if it's Mesopotamian or Mayan or Incan or exactly what we're dealing with yet, but hopefully by Wednesday when they do the blog post like they did the previous 2 weeks, we'll get a bit more of an idea, because it should drop on Thursday like they said already in the previous blog post. And this new Titan should have the invoke skills, so be prepared for that, and be prepared for most likely high soul counts.
What way do you think they're going to go with that?
Well, the first one, it would be nice to see a fire one, because I believe when Prometheo mentioned how a fire invoke Titan for Fireball would be a lot of fun. So I believe that would be a great way to go to start out with, with the new set of gods. But most of the time, let's see, in our experience, let's look at it this way. In the Egyptian gods, our first god was Anubis, right? So Anubis at this point is still looked at as fun, but not meta, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. First Greek god was Athena. She got reskilled because she sucked. Correct?
She still.
And she still sucks. Okay.
Reskilled?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. So, and she was the first of the Greek gods. And then the first
Still sucks.
of the Norse gods was Thor. And he really didn't do much at all, I believe. Because everybody, except for if you were a newer player at that time, it was a champion, so that might have been all right for you if you were like a lower castle. But for the most part, everybody else in the game looked at Thor and was like, well, what other gods you got? So, yeah. So let's get our expectations right for this first Titan. You know, do you think they're gonna actually come out of the gate with something super awesome, or are we gonna get something? Because I mean, I guess the best out of those three, between Thor, Athena, and Anubis is Anubis, right? So do you think maybe they're still gonna be on the right path of, you know, having like a half decent but not the best out of the new gods come out first? What do you guys think?
I think they're going to end up reskilling that as well. But they've done all the rest, the first one.
They didn't reskill Thor, though, did they?
No.
Yeah, I don't think they
No,
did.
Thor?
I think people wanted, like, players wanted them to, but they didn't.
No,
I didn't think.
I don't think they did. So anyway, all I'm saying is when you look at all those different Titans that came out already as the first Titans for their set of gods, you know, do you think we're just going to get another Thor situation or another Athena? Or do you think it'll be like an Anubis situation where it'll be cool, but it still won't be the best? Do you see what I'm saying?
I think it's going to be cool.
You think it's just going to be more of the cool factor like Anubis, and people will like it? Oh, okay. Well, is Eros also in that same category of it's cool but it's not meta? Does everybody consider Eros to be in that same kind of bracket as well?
Yeah, I like using them anyway, and I like Anubis as well.
That's what I'm saying. It's cool, you like to use them, but they're not considered meta. You're not taking them up against the hardest garrisons because you just already know that they're not going to be able to do it.
Well, I take Eros against Piggies and I win.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, then in that case, maybe not. Maybe Eros is a bit better than that then. A little higher up the chain then. How many warp stones do I have right now, Pisces? I'd have to check. New event type this week or just new Titan? New Titan blew herself. New event type has not been... They just said it's an Alliance leaderboard, which is still the same. Although I'm hoping, really truly hoping, that next week we could be seeing the new event type. And later this week, hopefully DG alter changes. I'm hoping all of that. That's Zalon predictions for today. like a tarot reader.
Tops, did you see that they're having an announcement at 8:30, Boris?
Yeah. On the Twitter, they've got tanks on the streets of London already.
Oh, they got tanks on the streets of London? Are you serious, Tox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just to control? There's not to control crowds, though, is it? What's the point of that right now?
We're not sure. They just started shipping them in.
Wow.
Oh, we'll find out about that.
Oh, okay. So there's some sort of major national message that's going across.
Yeah, in 15 minutes or so.
It's crazy.
Just curious, Tox. What happens to Tox? What happens to the Queen? Where is she during this whole time? Has she got like some sort of like secure location?
She's been out. She's been out clubbing.
She's been out clubbing. The Queen. She's super old. I would imagine she's got to be in quarantine. She's super old and probably very much at risk. So
she's gone out with Megan clubbing.
Think she's going out clubbing?
What Canada.
Super old.
Clubbing her to death.
don't be clubbing no queens. Come on. So Hercules says, Hazelon, in the capacity of DOT historian, what happened with Blue Ridge? Did they merge into another team? I think some players did, and some might have just stopped playing the game. Or it might have just been a complete split and they went into two different directions with two different groups. I think Dee would know actually better than me, because she kind of took over some of the Alliance historian matters around the time of when Blue Ridge pretty much faded away. That was around the time that she started taking over some of the alliances, and Bo and I stepped back from some of the being in charge of a lot of the officers, which was nice. Doing that and YouTube at the same time is a lot. So that's why, it is understandable a lot of times when Dee isn't able to stream, because she does do a lot for the game outside of just playing the game herself. So, but she does need to stream, though. It's been a while. So I can't let her off the hook completely. We do need to see a nice Dee Conquest stream. And a Val, and a talk stream. And a talk stream with Val on board. Yes.
Polo, I've never been in the Ivory Tower Club. Is it any good?
The Ivory Tower Club? What are you talking about, Gary? What is this Ivory Tower Club?
It's where the Queen is out clubbing at the moment, in the Ivory Tower.
Oh, really?
Polo, in the chat.
I'm going to find out if the whole UK are going to shut down in 15 minutes' time. Really?
Yeah. So I'll be popping off in about 15 minutes.
Really? Well, usually usually in those addresses, the most information or all the bulk of the information that's most important is usually within the first 15 minutes. And then after that, they start talking about things that may not exactly pertain to you. So. Sometimes 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but totally understandable, though. Find out what's going on in your country.
Curfew talks, do you reckon?
I don't know. I know Italy's had it bad. On Saturday, they lost about 800 people, about 25 or 26 doctors and nurses in one day.
Awful. Awful.
And we're not far behind.
I heard the numbers, I heard the numbers over in the UK and Ireland, and yeah, it's all starting to rise over there too, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I know police are starting to patrol the streets here to make sure people are actually.
Yeah. Well.
Unfortunately, some people don't take it serious.
As you can see on the news, yeah.
The park next to the house here had a bunch of people playing football and hanging out like it was summer day.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of crazy. Yeah, they of course had to break it up and tell people to go home.
Really?
And then they sent out, we're allowed to be out to walk animals, to walk your dog, to go to the grocery store to get supplies.
Yeah, dogs are getting so much attention right now, it's insane. The dogs themselves must think they must be the luckiest ones in the world right now, because everybody's home with them. And they get walked so many times a day by everybody, so everybody can spend time outside of the house. It's insane. It is true. But man,
it is.
The dogs are really making out like bandits during this whole situation.
Stick the news on here.
Yeah, I've got it on there.
I wonder what a British press release is like.
That's what I was thinking too.
You know what I mean? Like, because the Pennsylvania press releases from our governor are done. He does them remotely, which means all the questions are gathered and they're asked at the end, and he does answer questions from the press, obviously, each time. But they're already like pre-screened questions, more or less. And he sits in front of like this massive bookcase, like he's in a massive library somewhere. And then the governor in New York, he sits in this like massive judicial building, and he looks like he's, you know, it looks like he's a judge at some sort of crazy trial. And so I don't know, everybody's got some sort of different setup, and of course the White House press releases are done from the White House press room. But I just wonder what the other ones are like. I saw the one from Kenya. He addressed everybody from like the front porch of like the I guess the presidential building. That was interesting. But yeah. I just wonder if there's like a, you know, for the British press releases, if there's like a, you know, a small orchestra, you know.
No.
So there's no nice calming music or anything like that.
There's no pomp.
There's no pump. Oh.
It's Mr. Bean doing the press release for him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Now, are they actually going to allow the press to ask questions, or is it just going to be a straight, this is what's happening, and then they're just going to go away?
No, they usually let the press ask questions.
Oh, okay. Now, have you guys been getting these kind of like updates every day, or is this something that hasn't happened for a little while?
Every day.
Oh, you getting them every day too? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because we get them every day too. And at the state level as well, actually. At least ones I know around here on the East Coast that are affected. Definitely on the state levels every day. Now, I also heard that animals were also affected by this. Anybody else?
No, I didn't hear that.
I heard that there was a few animals that also passed away from it, but again, that might have been some fake news floating around. You never know.
Bit of scaremongering, I think.
Although I did see that they were showing that in, especially in Italy, in some of those northern areas that were heavily affected, where people were just taken out of their homes and taken to the hospital. There was people going around. Of course, they were wearing fully protective gear, but they were going into the houses and rescuing the animals of those patients, because some of them may not be coming home, and others are going to still be there for a while. So their animals are just stuck at home, you know, with no one there. So I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Polo says, yeah, me too. I'll be watching Boris the Idiot's live chat. The UK has the same as Italy now. Oh, wow. So it is getting to that point, says Polo.
I don't think it was as bad as Italy. They've lost about 5,000 people all in all.
You catch them up.
I think the UK's about 300 so far.
So Michigan just went on mandatory 3-week lockdown, currently waiting to see if my son is positive. Oh, really, Dadan? Really? Well, our thoughts and prayers go out to you, Dadan. Because, yeah, I hear the tests, most of the tests that are out there right now aren't the ones that are they're not the rapid tests that they're talking about, that they're hoping to roll out later this week or early next week, which are like, I guess, I don't know, they said something, the test shows the results, you know, fairly quickly within I think it's within an hour. So that's a big difference, because I know a lot of people that are taking the tests right now, some of them take a few days to get the results back, especially if you're going to private clinics to get tested. Because, yeah, the private clinics, apparently, they take a little bit longer to get the information back. I was in a meeting today at work where they usually have 35 members. Well, we had 6 members today around the table. It was so strange. Yeah, can imagine. Oh, Hercules, Salon, which cigarette brand do I smoke? Well, Marlboro Blue, which means that there's a little bit of menthol in them.
I didn't realize you smoked as well.
Well, good. Now, most of the people on the stream can probably hear lighters in the background. I was... Oh, Sohini says, is nobody here from Moscow? So I'm assuming that's where you're coming from? Moscow? Or Russia in general? In the future, mustard will replace toothpaste. I don't know about that, Brain.
I don't know about that either.
Yeah. Val's like, meh.
I don't know what kind of you're looking at.
Meh. All right, so how many warp stones do I got? Let's see if I'm good up for another few raids. Oh, 31. Almost 32 in here in a few seconds. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see if we can crush 4. Polo says, Val, you have a lovely voice. See?
Thank you, Polo.
Mark my words, start buying mustard stocks. I don't know. I'm just not going to get on board with that, Brain. Just not.
Yeah. I think that's a bad investment.
Yes. Well, Tox and Gary, do you guys use a lot of mustard over there? Or no?
Not me personally.
No? Not even on pretzels? Like the big ones, the big pretzels.
No.
Okay. Because that's a bit more of a common thing here, at least in the U.S., is when you get the really big pretzels, that you can use mustard on those.
You get beer cheese.
Well, you can get beer cheese. You can. Is that what you get? Do you get the beer cheese, Tox?
I don't know what beer cheese is.
Really? Val, could you explain what beer cheese is?
It's yummy.
It's yummy? All right, well, that's a great description.
Is there any other word for that?
Well, I don't know what is in it. I don't even know what's in it. Do you know what's in it, Val?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I'm guessing beer and cheese.
Mm.
No clue. I probably should figure that out, but I do like spicy mustard. I love mustard.
Now, do you make your own, Val? You ever make your own?
No, I do make my kids like Thousand Island dressing. I do make that for them. I make my own tartar sauce, stuff like that. But
that's good.
I do my own chipotle barbecue sauce for ribs because the kids like those.
That sounds good.
Stuff like that.
That sounds good too.
Hey, Zalon, it's Promethea. How you doing?
Hey, Promethea, what's going on?
Just found out this morning that kiddo's going to be here with me until the start of May, so that's going to be fun.
Really? Is this because of school closings?
Yeah, they just announced they're extending it. Instead of 2 weeks, it's now 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So, Val, have you heard something similar to that yet or no?
The last thing that we heard was they're going to try to distribute Lenovo's to as many houses as they can. I guess I don't know how they're going to distribute them, but so that kids can start doing sort of an online class. But the governor did cancel our state mandate testing, so Ames and all those are completely canceled for the school year.
Okay.
Which I don't know how that does for placement as well, right?
Yeah, my son's just in second grade, and he already took his standardized test for this year, so I think that, honestly, there's probably going to be zero impact, even if there's not any more classes. But, just having him around, I think, we'll probably do just as good a job of teaching him, reading, math, whatever. But
especially math. Especially math.
Yeah, there you go. I can get him going on the math, I guess.
I can imagine.
But,
Can you imagine, DOT community? Everybody, most of you know who Prometheo is. His son is probably watching these really, really, really cool PowerPoint presentations that Prometheo makes for his son. It's like, this is all the cool stuff, This is how you do this.
Yeah, I'll have to get him started on Excel young here, Salon, just because of you there.
Exactly. And then you'll be so happy to find out that he enjoys the graphs and the numbers just as much as his dad, and you'll be very proud.
Right now, I'm looking at him play Minecraft. I'll have to figure out a way to turn that into math.
Well, Minecraft is very creative, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah. I got her in ABC Mouse when she was little, before she could start kindergarten. So by the time she went into kindergarten, she was pretty sad.
Yeah, I've gotten my son turned on to Audible.
Good.
I was listening to The Legend of Drizzt, the first book of it, just for my own entertainment, and I realized, you know what? I bet Andrus would probably be able to follow, and he would enjoy it, and so I put him on the second book, and now we've finished 13 books now, and he loves it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I think the way they have everything set up now, like my youngest, her phone is just full of books. Like that's, if like she's quiet, I just go to her room and check on her and she's reading. So all these programs that are out there for, like we do Audible, I buy a lot of books through iBooks, stuff like that. So that's awesome.
Oh, Polo says that Dopey Boris is on. That's why Tox and Gary are both on mute right now. They're listening to Dopey Boris. So there's a press release going on right now in the UK and Ireland to discuss possible lockdowns. So it looks like things are getting pretty bad over there. So we all definitely want to make sure that I know everyone seems to be in some sort of phase, whether you're in a almost going into lockdown, or been in lockdown, or maybe going into lockdown next week kind of situation. So as much as we want to say that we want to thoughts and prayers out to different people in the DOT community in all these different countries, but also be safe yourself.
On the last event, did you get yourself the Minotaur skull? That was
No, I didn't, Prometheo. I didn't have enough time. Didn't have enough time.
Yeah, I managed to do it on. I did one 24K pull, and then used 5 tokens, and then the rest I grinded out.
So, Prometheo, did you say that, how far are you going to go in this event?
In Conquest, I don't know. I don't know that if I'll push for Chernobog.
Okay. Well, the ice or Chilling Vial is very nice, Prometheo. I like Chilling Vial, but besides from that, I can't see too many other relics that are really standoutish.
I'll take a look at the reward slider right now. Let me see here.
But yeah, Chilling Vial is the only real standout relic that I would say, oh, that's nice. Definitely could use another one of those, and will use it, Brain likes Audible as well. I like Audible as well. I like to listen to books while I'm working, actually. I listened to a lot of books on tape when I was younger. My parents definitely, besides from getting me books to read as well as gifts, I definitely got books on tape as well because I thought that was awesome. Especially when I wasn't feeling well. Thank you, Sahini. Good luck for the event. Gonna need to go for the event now, or else our alliance leader is gonna make me my soup today. Oh, yeah? Oh, the Game of Thrones book's on Audible. I didn't think about that. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, I did the Game of Thrones books. That's actually what got me started on Audible. I mean, I had used it a long time ago, but I got really back into it with Game of Thrones, and that series is amazing. Roy Dotrice, some people don't really like the way he read it because he's just sort of like, he doesn't really do voices for every character. He's more just like an old man telling the story. But I really got into his the way he did it, because I kind of interpreted that series as like he was reading it as though he were a maester, which is interesting because then the Fire and Blood series is explicitly written from the perspective of like a maester retelling the history of Westeros.
Yeah, I'll have to consider that.
So Total Eclipse is kind of interesting.
I'm back. That was a quick one.
Oh, was it quick? He just.
Yeah.
Oh, Polo just said he just shut it down. He said it shut it down. Oh,
He just shut the whole of the UK down.
did he?
Wow.
So is it martial law on the streets?
No shops are allowed to open apart from food retailers.
Oh, and your pharmacies, right? Are your pharmacies open still?
Yeah.
All
And
right.
no one's allowed to leave their house apart from shopping and a bit of exercise.
Wow, for the whole UK.
Yep.
Did he say anything about the tanks?
No.
All right. We don't need any Tiananmen Square stuff going on, where you see Tox out there, where he's like, I have grinding to do. I don't need these tanks in the streets.
I need to go shopping, that's what I need to do.
Hey guys, I'm back.
So what'd you think about it, Gary?
Well, I mean, it's what people should have been doing already,
Okay.
in my opinion. There's a lot of people being stupid and...
Say how you feel, Gary. Go ahead. Say how you feel. They are. They're being stupid. People are being stupid, and
There's a lot of people being... There's a lot of people being stupid and not doing what they've been advised to do, and he's only just gone a little bit further than that. Like, it's, I don't, everything's going to be closed, and most stuff is closed already. Like, you know.
yeah.
But obviously, we don't want the food stores to close, but everything else should be closing, really.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
People are worried about how long this is going to go on for, more so than anything else. And you know, anyone could handle a couple of weeks at home, no problem. But
Yeah, but if you're talking till the end of the year, that's when people are going to struggle.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of times
Yeah.
they're not going to even put those ideas in people's heads, and that's why they're going to say it's only going to be for a small time. Just because whether it is or it isn't, they don't want to create panic. Again, it's all about trying to not create panic.
Unless you're Donald Trump, in which case you hold a press conference, which is all about 15 days, and then tell the market that things are going to be closed until July.
So you think at
But
the
they
end?
have to-
Okay, so
they
you
have
think
to-
at the end of the 15 days, that's what's going to happen?
No, that was the press conference he had last week. He was literally on stage with 15 days on like two different signs behind him, and someone asked, "How long is this going to go on?" He said, "Well, I don't think it's going to get better until July."
As long as they don't close
one knows.
close down the taco stands, brain. We'll see. I mean,
McDonald's closed here today.
did it?
Hmm.
I mean, do you frequent the McDonald's a lot or no? Oh, I meant.
You go there every day, man. What are you on about?
What?
Talk says you're there every day. What are you talking? What are you on about?
No, I live there.
He's got shares in McDonald's.
Oh, do you?
Exactly.
I'll tell you. I'm just. It's unfortunate that a lot of the small business owners have to stay open. That's why I went and I got a full focaccia today, and it's so good. It's so good. I'm actually highly thinking, and I need it. Well, Prometheo's here, so Prometheo, feel like going on a 5 or 10 minute rant about anything?
You need to go make a sandwich.
I was just thinking about maybe eating a little bit more of the focaccia. Oh, it's so good.
Focaccia, you too, Zalan.
Yeah.
So, I was going to go on a little rant about.
Go ahead.
Total Eclipse. If anyone has the final stats for Total Eclipse, it'd be interesting to know what the numbers are on that, because they posted what the stats are, but we didn't get the levels for that. And so the thing is, Storm Maiden Crit is actually relatively hard to get, and it would be good to know how much crit that is, as well as what that resistance is for Imperials. Personally, I think that the right number for that should be 40% on physical and fire, but they probably did 24% and made it kind of like an orb, which is still, if you think about it, better than, call it. That's sort of like a Delphira's choker if it's 24%. But since it's only Imperials, I would really think that in order to be a relevant relic, that should be 40% for physical and fire. But the Storm Maiden Crit is especially interesting because that, with Titan Health being the first stat, you could use it on any Titan with Maidens. And if that's more than 20, if it's 20% or more Storm Maiden critical, then it's a relevant relic for any Storm Maiden build. As far as the other stuff that we have in the event, the Staff of Ice, I don't really know that people are going to use that, because even though freeze duration and freeze radius makes that a lot more useful, I don't think that freeze is really hugely important for attacking in the current meta. The only thing that I really like freeze spells for right now is that if you are attacking with Horde, or, Imperials work too because they have charge damage, you can use freezes on either spearmen or other melee units to keep them in place and free up your unit to then back out, and then you can charge back in and get new charge damage. So it's nice to be able to get the charge damage off of a freeze, and you can also use it as a way to escape when a lightning storm is about to pop on you. Personally, if I were designing these relics, I would have made Total Eclipse into basically another Chilling Vial that gives Imperials resist to all elements, because right now, Horde have at least 3 different relics that give them 16% resist to all elements, and then there's also the Babushka's Trinket.
You're telling me you wouldn't have made it a Total Eclipse of the Heart, no?
Total Eclipse of the Heart, nice. That had to get into the conversation somehow, didn't it? But yeah, you look at Horde and they've got 16% to all elements off of Asset's Cornucopia, the Cursed Vial, the Coiled Serpent, and now 24% resist all elements on Babushka's Trinkets. So why aren't we getting something similar to that, like 24% resist all elements for Imperials right here on Total Eclipse?
Of the Heart.
Very good, Prometheo.
Sorry, Prometheo, I don't mean to be rude. Just couldn't help the joke.
It's a lawn stream. I don't care, man.
Oh, why? What are you guys doing? I didn't hear that. I was also using the facilities.
You got to start a new battle, Salon.
Oh yeah, well, I am.
All right, good. No, he was saying this is the Total Eclipse of the Heart event.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't say that now. But we can go with it.
Polo says, well, looks like I'm off work then. Great, but we don't get paid fully, so hard times ahead for me. I believe that's going to be the case for a lot of people, unfortunately.
An awful lot, yeah.
And to keep people sane, because a lot of people are trying to obviously staying home right now, and they're dealing with the fact of having to pay bills and to keep everything as normal as possible. That's why they're trying to come up, at least I know here in the U.S., and I believe other countries as well, with some sort of stimulus package to be able to help out their, working class week to week or every other week, because some people get paid every 2 weeks. Workers that really just need that extra boost, because right now, not working for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks cripples you. Hercules says, based on your remarks, Prometeo, I'll definitely prefer The Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler.
That's what I was joking about.
You're not going to go wrong with that.
Did they extend the weeks off of school for PA yet? I do not know. Do not know. Hey guys, did a Baba defense build to guard VP, went 16-0 in defending against everything, against level 45 plus players. Really, GTAV? Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, what relics were you using there?
Was it one of the Prometeo builds?
I only posted attack builds.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did.
I'm guessing you went with melee resistance and also stacked elemental resistance for Horde, or did you use skeleton relics?
All resist that transferred to Skelly resist as well. Not exactly sure I know what you're saying. What does that mean, GTAV?
One of the things I like about Conquest is that it's easy to get the clock going on your warp stones. So you don't really have to be in a huge rush to make progress. And as long as you just keep that clock going, then you put in the time to get the fights done before the event's over.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard someone. What level would you get to if you didn't do? Someone mentioned it to me before, but what level can you get to just using? Not going mad on the battles, and just using the recharge, not the recharge. I'm messing this up. The timer. Just using the warp stones you get from the timer.
Oh, instead of doing any just battles, straight battles, how far do you think you can get? Probably, I would say, if you made sure that you used them up all the time, probably like 5,
Yeah.
I can't imagine getting much farther than that, though.
That's what the minis will be doing.
Right?
That's what my minis will be doing then.
Yeah, most definitely. I used the 10. All right, so yeah, I'm I don't want to say halfway, a little bit, 40% done with 5. So, not bad for a start.
See where I am. So,
Waiting for GTAV to post these relics for his Baba Yaga defense build. Very interested to see what it is.
I'm about 2 battles behind you.
Oh, are you?
Mm.
Oh, here we go. Babushka's Trinkets, 4-star Grasp, Minotaur Skull, Coiled Serpent, 3-star Grasp, and Earthshaker. That's where I always fall short, is that Earthshaker.
Are you missing? Have you a 5-star, whichever generation? Have you got one of each?
No.
For each Titan type? You haven't?
No.
Oh, well.
I only got the, let's see. Well, the Infiltrator one I have of both. Guardian ones I have both. And that's probably about it. Everything else, it's just... Like, I got one Stormbringer, one Paladin. They're both first generation, though.
You must be falling out there, Dylan.
What's up? What'd you say,
I
Gary?
think you're falling out.
Alright, hold on a second.
You're falling out.
Just gotta get back on Discord. More excuses from D. Sorry. Let's get back in the stream room. Everybody's like, where'd he go? Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we hear you.
Okay, good. Heracles says, I used to play Conquest Hardcore. I usually ended up with plus 7k in the end, but now that they took away the 4 and 2k rewards, I'm not so happy anymore. Agreed. I think they should put the 4 and the 2k rewards back in there.
Hey, well, I'm gonna hop off and call the hospital and see
Okay. Well, best
how my girl's doing.
Well, best wishes of all for all that, Val. And if you want to, after you're done, if you want to come back and join us, feel free, because I know if you need a place to to vent your woes,
There, Val.
let us know.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
All right.
We just watched Outbreak last night, and
Yo, that movie is so popular right now. Did you know that?
They have it on It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's
and
number
it's
3 in all movies on Netflix right now.
Yeah, and it's so funny because it's like a 95 movie.
Oh yeah, it's 25 years old. You look at it, it's like, oh my God, Morgan Freeman's so young into this, and Dustin Hoffman and everybody, Kevin Spacey.
It's not meant
Renee
to be
Russo.
Spacey.
Renee Russo was pretty hot in that.
There you go. Brains.
Pretty hot now.
All right, back to battling.
Anyway, one thing that comes up in that movie is that a virus can mutate all the time, and I don't think that it's necessarily going to make COVID any more dangerous, but I do think that it is going to make it harder to make a vaccine against.
They're not prepared.
Nope.
They're not prepared at all.
I'm really hoping that everybody that's on here doesn't have to deal with it directly themselves, and that as many of your family and friends don't either. But if they do, just do your best to be there for them. But also, make sure you don't put yourself into any kind of danger, or your family in any kind of danger. So just be careful. But also try to be there for the people that are affected, especially if you know somebody. All right, GTAV, thanks for stopping by.
Is it wrong of me to be glad that we're back to 3 portal stones of battle, simply so that I can actually burn portal stones?
Yes.
Well, I was wondering how I was going to get through all my saved portal stone relics. Like the 125 that I just used today on the stream. I thought, if I'm doing it one at a time, it's going to take forever.
Yeah, I was doing the event, and I had 400 portal stones sitting in my in my treasury, and I realized that I was like 400 fights away from finishing the event, and I was like, well, I've got this in the bag, I can hard grind it. But just pacing it out over the weekend, I only had to burn like 100 out of the ones I had saved, because I would just burn off all the ones I had and then set it down for an hour and then come back, and I just kept burning and burning and burning all the free ones.
Yep.
It's an awful lot, yeah. Well, it went up to 175, didn't it? I've got them all in my mini.
Yeah, it did go up to 175, you're right. But I'm hoping the 1 portal stones come back after Conquest is over. I think that'd be nice. And the troops are only for a day. Don't you think the troops for 1 food should last the whole Conquest?
Definitely. Actually, check me out.
I mean, it's nice if they're trying to substitute. I get it. If you're trying to substitute and take away the 1 portal stone, but then be like, oh, but troops are 1 food. Be like, yeah, okay. For more than a day? Come on. How goes that?
Well, I mean, Conquest triple drops with 1 portal stone was... We were all hoping for it, but we can't really complain that we're back to triple drops without the 1 portal stone.
True. So is everybody ready for Ozark on Friday? Brand new season's dropping. Probably going to start rewatching first and second season here pretty soon.
I need to rewatch. I watched the first season.
Well, it's going to be good. Jason Bateman is very good.
Westworld's the one I want. I watched the first season of Westworld, but
Oh, that's another real good one too.
forgot. Oh no, I gotta. When it rains, I'll do it.
Well, it's raining here, so. Blue herself says, Prometheo, way to grind Anubis with Terror Relics and all maidens. Make it not only fast, but also troop loss is free. There you go.
Yeah, I was grinding Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. God, you got me on Baba Yaga now. Either way. So I was grinding with Baba Yaga during the event with Golden Scales and the Void Rune, because if you can just blast the Grenadiers, then it takes a couple seconds off your fights. But I do love Anubis because he's even more effective with that.
Yeah, I like playing with him myself. He's interesting, like Eros.
But I don't think I was losing any Horde at all when I was grinding for the event. Her Horde with the health and armor and the melee resistance are pretty tanky. Plus, I've got Earthshaker on there, so it's so much melee resistance, I don't take anything.
More
Defender, can he?
More warp stones. More. All right, let's see. Where are we at? How many do we have? Well, we still have. We're definitely halfway through 5. 4 more there. All right. Let's drop some more portal stones. What do we got here? You know what I should do? Nah, I'll do it later.
Back to Baba Yaga.
So is everybody still playing with Baba Yaga like I am for this event? Still just leveling her up?
I don't know what happened. I was doing Osiris for the battles and I just kept going. I should have stayed on Baba Yaga.
So at the start of the event over the weekend, I was doing XP potions to get her up to 41, and then I did some event relics, and then I just switched to a bone sword and was just doing fights without changing anything out.
Yeah.
Now I've got a ton of XP relics again, so I'm going to go back to doing that and try and get her to 51.
Nice.
I'm just getting Priscilla's Flame max.
Oh yeah.
That would be handy.
And what Titan are you planning on throwing that onto?
I'll try on Baba Yaga
Throwing on Baba
for the
Yaga?
time being.
Okay. Look who it is who joined the chat. It's D. What's up, D? Thanks for joining.
Hello.
This is
Hello, D.
we just experienced live here on my stream the shutdown of the UK. And also that also includes Ireland and Scotland as well, correct? And Wales? Everything?
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland?
Took long enough.
Yes. Right? Is that Feranic back again? That's Feranic. Feranic back again. From the gut.
Yep, I've already been out and about, stocking up on supplies for Easter.
Oh, yeah?
Buying Easter eggs.
Yeah, because getting them from... You'll still be able to get them from the food shops, but a lot of shops that aren't technically food shops will get shut. Or in New Zealand anyway. They'll keep essential supermarkets open, but not really anything else.
Yeah, everything else has already been closed for a while here, at least in Pennsylvania. We've been only food shops for just about a week now.
You've got quite a lot of cases, though, don't you? How's Dee coping, anyway? Isn't she in epicenter of the whole thing?
Well, it's in the most concentrated, right? Well, I guess it's the epicenter now, because it has the most concentrated cases. But yes, New York City.
It's like a third of America's cases or something, or in the New York area.
Yeah. And Dee and Drum are all hunkered down.
Rapidly going through the toilet paper.
Rapidly. I'm not downplaying it, Dee. Dee, jump on Discord and tell us what's up then. Give us the D report. Here comes the D report.
Surely Dee's doing a conquesty.
Well, see, apparently for Rannick, she should be doing a conquesty because between today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, I can imagine she'll be home all 3 days. So what?
Yeah, she could do 3 conquesties.
What does she owe the DOT community more than anything else right now? It is a live stream. So definitely got to get that in. Oh, she can't because her sister-in-law's there, and she's working from home all week. She's in a bad spot. Oh gosh, can you hear all the excuse city, all the excuses?
Surely Dee's got more than one room.
Yeah, she's got plenty of rooms in her house that she can just go to one of the rooms, lock herself in there, and then you'll be fine. When my daughter's visiting, I don't use the excuse that I can't. Maybe your sister-in-law's fun. Maybe she'll be a great addition to your stream if she would like to come on. You never know, Dee. Bosai. She's making you work out, so that means what? You just can't live stream because your sister-in-law is making you work out and you're working from home all week? Man, you got it so tough. It looks like you won't be able to get anything else accomplished. Wow. Alright. Anyway. Maybe Dee will join other people's streams. We'll see. So, Dee, are you going to be playing much of this Conquesty, or are you just going to be working out? Working from home all week. Pricey Shark says it's called putting your foot down. I mean, we didn't get a birthday stream. Thank goodness I did a stream that night and made it into... It was my gift to Dee. I allowed her. I provided a birthday stream for her, so that she can still enjoy the DOT community, but not have to do anything. She didn't have to lift a finger, except for turning on Discord. She didn't have to do that. Is it normal to get a sound effect when the Lucky Shrine refreshes DGs? Yeah, it's a weird sound that the Lucky Shrine makes. If you ever next time, most of the community probably doesn't know this because they probably don't play the game with sound on. But next time you're about ready to collect your DGs, turn the sound on. It makes a really funny noise when it's like it sounds like somebody's playing a harp, I guess, because it's like a quick strum of a harp. It's a weird noise.
Yeah, it could be making a fart noise for all I know. I've had the sounds off for a long time.
Yeah. Well, listen, it sounds different. Definitely sounds different than anything else when you collect DGs.
I know, sounds off for like 2 years.
Right? Well, see, the thing is, the noise that it makes when you collect corn is like, the sound of like somebody grabbing like 15 stalks of corn and ripping them out of the ground. You know what I mean? Like you're like, shh, and then the sound of coins jingling because of money. But
There's like a ching.
Yes, but then what's what really classifies the sound of DGs being collected? So it's like a hum. That's what it sounds like. It's weird. Definitely turn up your sound next time you're gonna do it. Because it did catch me off guard one day. Churro says, first time I heard right now, it went off the second I logged on and then collected. Yep. Say hi to my sister-in-law. Maybe I can get her to jump on and say hello. Yes. Well, hello, Dee's sister-in-law. And she's probably like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And then Dee's sister-in-law is going to say, well, that's not the way I sound. Just like Dee does. I don't sound like that, Zalan. Nah. That was some of my first techniques to get Dee to come on the live streams. Bo and I would do it, actually. Bo would do it, too. He would do the voice. Big shout out to you, Zalan, and co-host Prometheo Talks, Gary, Val, Brain, and all their unsung heroes. Without you, I would stop playing the game a long time ago. Well, Hercules, I definitely enjoy the DOT community very much, and a lot of the people that do join me here, a lot of them either create content themselves, either by streaming or creating videos, and it's great for them to be able to have another outlet to gather and also talk. And see, we're gathering digitally, so it's not social distancing. We can still do this and get away with it. So.
And we hide like scaredy cats.
Right. Can't get Corona through Discord. Nah, it didn't work. She's looking at me weird. Oh, D. I'm sorry. See, some people don't know. It's okay, though. She's like, people inside of there, they know who you are? And D's like, yes, they adore me. They love me. We know, D. It's okay. Yep, see, there's the brain. You girls should come on, D. We have many questions for the ladies. Brain always has a lot of questions for the ladies. He's the main, like, when Ice gets on, he likes to interview anybody that, especially if they're new in the chat or if they're new on Discord. But Brain likes to interview the ladies.
You need Sethmopod to entice Dee, though, don't you?
Oh, yes, that's true, too. I also might get Dee's sister-in-law to come on as well if Sethmopod got on. Never know. What's up, Daniel Son? Thank you for joining. This is our wonderful Conquest Chernobog stream. Streamed for a little while now. Wonder how long it's been. How long has it been? Only 9 likes. All right. Well, anyway, how long has it been? Oh, we're in the 3rd hour. Nice. Maybe if you do, maybe if I do his accent, I can't do his accent that great. That might trick them. That's true. She's a doctor, so she needs to pretend to be serious when other people are watching. I see. Brain's still alive? That new? Not even coronavirus can kill it. Yeah, Brain always comes. I keep coughing and clearing my throat. Smoking and drinking on stream, and I'm talking a lot, so relax, Brain. I don't have corona. Brain thinks he can get corona through the live stream. Relax, Brain. Oh, I gotta read D's comments in the D voice, Alon. Yeah, I guess I do. She's a doctor, so she needs to pretend to be serious when other people are watching. Yeah. That wasn't my best D voice. Come on, Alon. Me. Although, if you do listen to Drum when he does the D voice, he does a lot of the similar stuff. No D voice. Oh wait, no D voice. Oh. But Salon, me. I'll make Drum do the Salon voice. Oh, but the Salon voice is so good. That'll just mean Drum gets on, and that's a win for me. So. Touche, D. Touche. My favorite, though, is when, like, for instance, like on D's birthday stream, periodically you could hear Drum, like, kind of lean in and just make a few comments here and there. That was awesome. Because he likes to get those jabs in, too, you know, when he needs to make a point. Yeah, that's true. Dee needs to jump on Discord to defend her voice. I agree, Brain. And Dee's gonna be like, I can't. Me. We know. So, Prometheo, are you going to be, even though you're going to be busy with your son home later this week, are we still thinking we might get a video from you later this week on the new God? Maybe?
Oh, is the new guy supposed to drop this week?
Yes, Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as I get the details, I'll put that together.
Yeah, well, you should be getting the details on Wednesday when the blog post drops. We should have the skills and everything else in detail, and obviously the relics that will be coming out as well, and hopefully, you know, an idea of how that invoke skill is going to work, as long as it's semi-cut and dry. So...
Tough week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts right now, actually. Just
tough 2 weeks. Last week was crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So...
Yeah, as soon as I get the information, I'll put some simulations together, get some builds, and at least do a quick video on that. It depends on, you know, exactly what the skills are before I can commit to doing a full-blown breakdown with all the projections and all. But you know, I'll at least hop on a stream with some information for you.
Okay. Excellent. So we'll see. So basically,
it's really a question of whether this guy is
Prometheus says
he going to be,
if he's going to be the next big thing, Prometheus on top of it. If he's not going to be the next big thing, he'll jump on people's streams and give some people some opinions. Then that's acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, if he's Bast, then you'll see a video. If he's Raw, then maybe not.
Right. Well, earlier, were you on when I was talking about the first Titans of each god set that we've had? Did you hear me talk about that earlier?
So you were talking about, what is it, Anubis and Athena, and who else did you
Anubis, Athena, and Thor were all the first gods of Thor, of each set. You know?
Yeah, and they're all irrelevant to the meta.
True. But Anubis is still considered fun. So, because of that, and Anubis was the last one of the firsts, do we think that this first Titan of this new set of gods is going to be an Anubis, or is it going to be a Thor situation?
Could be a Minotaur. That was the first of that type.
Well, true. But see, I consider all the Tars to be on this to just be like. See, the pigs all were elemental based. They were all pigs. They were all just different elements. The Tars had the summoning aspect added to them, but weren't as good as the regular summoners, except for Minotaur. So, I don't know.
I don't know on this one, because it was the community one as well. So, that would add another aspect to it.
Yeah, I think Baba Yaga was a blockbuster, and I'm kind of not getting my hopes up too much about the next one, but if it's a Fireball Invoker, then that could be really good for ping pong.
Right?
Yeah, Fireball would be great.
If only spells can slow down my device slightly when using them.
Zalan Prometheo, is it true that everyone is waiting for Drum to get the coronavirus and get extinct? No! Why would everybody be waiting for that? Daniel's son. Jeez. Drum can't catch coronavirus, says Brain. He's too tall. So is that what it is? Because of Drum's height, you can't get it? That's why the big outbreak.
Drum's been sucked into the Raid Shadow Legends void, and so we're never going to see him in Dawn of Titans again.
Ever. Again. Except for when he logs into Dee's account periodically to make sure she's not screwing anything up. Because he does that. He is probably going to get it. He is considered essential. Yep. If you're considered essential or not. That's right.
Just like Drum used to be a baller in DOT, he's now a baller in Raid Shadow Legends, and I don't think he's going to compromise his ability to continue progressing by splitting his focus.
Still missing that Void Pig. Brain says D needs to watch out. Yeah, you need to watch out, D. Now, after the Tars are all finished, do you think they're going to go find some other animal and decide to do a whole elemental collection for them? Like another whole series? Along with the God Titans? Because I feel like they feel more comfortable knowing that they can just do a series on with a Titan type, like the pigs. Or also, we don't have a Void Pig either. We don't have a Void Pig. And that's what Churro was mentioning too. You're over halfway down with Plinth 5. I'm not getting much Warpstone drops, which sucks. Yeah, Pisces. It does happen.
You need to talk to Val.
Need to talk to Val. Say the words. She'll let you know how it works.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I'll be done with 5 here shortly. I want to see. I'll take these 24 stones down. We'll see how many warp stones I have. If I can get like another 6, maybe we'll get 2 more attempts at the altar. We'll see how everything's going at that point. Don't want to create too much content because then everybody's going to be like, well, Salon, you put out like 12 hours of content in like a week's time. It's just, I can't catch up. So I don't want to do too much, you know. Any news about Titan Hall collections? No, not yet. There's another 2 warp stones. Nice, nice. I'm thinking that they will release when the Earth Tar drops. I believe they will drop a Tar collection, maybe an Egyptian collection at the same time. Because I think those 2 would be very easy to make. And possibly a Void collection, because there's enough Void Titans that are also not linked with any kind of collections or anything yet. So those 3 collections I think are all very possible. I don't know if they'll do more than 3. Because there's still a lot. They're going to keep all the old collections. And then they'll obviously just add a few. So those are the ones
the only thing I hate about.
What's up?
The only thing I hate about the collections is if you get a times 40 or to 60, that you can't fuse that Titan away, or it takes it away from the collection. That's
until it's done. Until it's done. Yes, until it's finished. As soon as you finish the collection, doesn't matter. You can do what you want with those Titans.
Yeah, but you know that could be in a different collection, or there's a couple of things that are like that.
There's a couple collections that you need more the Titan more than once. Yes, you're right. There are a few.
One way that you can do it is if you have all the Titans and you have a bunch of different collections you're working towards, you can finish one of the collections with all the level requirements and then roll the Titans from that one over into another one during a fusion event.
Yeah, you can hold doubles.
Yeah, and then once you collect the relics, you don't have to keep the Titans anymore. So you can roll the ones that you're not going to keep into the next collection to try and satisfy those XP, level requirements to get them to 40, and so on until you've finished all your collections or don't have enough XP anymore.
Can you still get Loki, Daniel? I don't know if the tokens are still available. Maybe. Hold on.
Should be a couple of those.
Are they still there? Yeah, they're still there. So you still be able to use your tokens.
Just not getting the drops.
Just not getting them?
No. getting a bit mind-numbing now.
Well, Gary, you're also, it's late at night for you as well, correct?
It's only 9:30.
Oh, true. Well, now with the lockdown, Gary, does that mean that you're even more sequestered in your home?
I've been sequestered in my home for 2 years.
Oh, okay. So,
Are you on some sort of house arrest, or is that just personal isolation?
Sorry?
he was inferring.
You said you've been in your home for 2 years.
Is it house arrest? Is it because you were legally told you had to stay home?
House arrest.
Yeah.
No, I had a brain tumor, so basically I've been home because of that.
Oh, really, Gary?
Well, there you go. That's a good reason to stay home.
Not really. It's very boring.
Well, you got DOT in the DOT community. We're awesome, right?
I'll be honest with you. The game has brought me through difficult times.
Good.
I'm not going to go into it all.
Of course. But at the same time, I think the game is also helping a lot of people through this time right now, just in general. But if the game has helped you personally in many different cases before, that's good. That's good. And it's not so much the game itself is the people that you get to play the game with that matters.
Well, it took 3 years to do that. To build up the courage and talk to you online.
Well, and it's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Because not everybody's going to be right away thinking, hey, you know what? It brings another aspect of the game and to the live streams. It's a level up. It truly is. Because trust me, going from being in other people's live streams and then joining other people at, like, when I was joining Bo all the time to make his videos and do all that kind of stuff. Like, when I was doing all that, it felt like everything was so much more fun, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I started doing the streams myself, and then as soon as I started having people join me on Discord on my streams, I was like, man, is this awesome or what? I don't know. It was a lot of fun for me, so. I'm going to make an alliance that only cap and delete VP lands all week. Really, Daniel? Blue herself could be subjective, but I get more warpstone drops when I spend everything. Closer to 40 to 45. It's like 1 per 20 battles. I thought he was going to blame his wife for being house sequestered. Daniel's son says Dee's a little aggressive today. Yeah, 'cause she's not on Discord, so she can just let it go in the chat. Could also be the sister-in-law's there, so, and it's gonna be for a while. So Dee's probably getting all antsy in the pants. Like she's not gonna, she's gonna have a permanent guest for a while, She said 3 weeks minimum. Uh-oh. She brought 32 rolls. Drum told her she can't come unless she brings toilet paper, so she brought 32 rolls. That's funny. Was it... Brain wants to know, because he hasn't asked the question yet, but he will. Brain wants to know, is it double or single ply? Because if she's bringing single ply, 32 rolls is still not enough. Double ply. Who uses single ply? Well, that was all that was left at the store when I went, was single ply. Who uses single
I
ply?
didn't know they sold that sort of thing anymore.
Yeah, they do. They do. Alright, so out of the portal stones, let's take a look, see how many warp stones we got. Oh, exactly 20. Alright, cool. Well, we'll do 2 battles. And that will hopefully get us close to finishing 5. Nice.
I don't know what you guys remember of school, but you used to get the toilet roll. It was like tracing paper.
Oh, yeah. But there was so much on the roll, though. The roll was so...
Yeah.
It was huge. But you felt like you had to, like... You literally would just... And you couldn't just take a quick yank on it because it would tear instantly since it was so thin. So you had to be careful with it. So you had to, like, pull a little bit out and then give it a decent yank. And you'd have to do that a few times just to get enough.
Can't believe I'm talking about this on the YouTube.
On the YouTube. Yes. But it's true. That's the way those old toilet paper... The rolls were huge, though. They were absolutely huge. It's the way they were in the schools.
They were terrible. That's what they were.
Yeah. And the brown paper, it was like brown paper, paper towel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brown paper. It was like paper bag. It was almost the same material that you would have as a paper bag, but it was actually the, and it would be the paper towel. Mm-hmm. Nobody's buying that for nobody's buying that as a, because some people are buying some people are buying paper towels like, you know, to use as toilet paper, but you would never buy the brown paper bag paper towels as toilet paper. That's just like a low grade sandpaper. It's no bueno, as some of my coworkers would say.
Just don't flush wet wipes.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard on the what is it, the sewer system.
Yeah, that completely destroys it and just leads to blockages and destroys the treatment works.
He would have not let her in if she would have tried to bring single ply in here. He would have taken it and thrown it in the street, probably. It's funny. Your dogs are fighting Pisces? Uh-oh. Better go break it up.
Oh, no. I just brought 32 Baba Yaga into the
Conquest? Nice.
Yeah.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? And then all you do is you try to do your best. You drop all your troops, you drop all your spells. You try to do your...
mental.
You just try to do your best. You're like, I just need as many points as I can.
I would think a level 32 Baba Yaga should do okay.
Oh, it depends on what level he's going up against, though. What level are you going up against, Gary?
What did I say it was on? 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should be good. You should be good on 4. If he was going in maybe level 6 or 7, probably not getting max damage.
Baba to collect some spells.
Nice. I'm making half decent progress for the first day, so I should be on track. Even though I know tomorrow I'm not going to be able to get as much time in. I should be on track. Get myself a Chernobog. Hopefully I'll be back streaming again on Wednesday. I don't know if it'll be during the daytime or if it'll be more in the evening time, but we'll see what happens. But this was for the Middle East, Europe, and UK and Ireland crowd for Gary. This is what it was about. Almost 2 a.m. Have a nice day, gents. All right, Hercules, thank you for joining. This is going to be my last Conquest battle.
See you, Hercules.
Hope everybody gets.
No.
Hope everybody gets what they want out of this Conquest. Minimum, every player in the game, minimum, should be doing this Conquest for as long as they can, obviously, but for the triple battle drops. That is what this Conquest is all about for every player. Whether you're someone who has enough time to play, and finish, or just play as much as you possibly can, you should be doing it for triple battle drops to level up your Titans and Relics that you've been working on so diligently. Because when you don't take advantage of Conquest at all, or very little, and you did have the time, all the rest of the time that you're playing the game, you're going to regret not spending more time during Conquest and leveling up your Relics and Titans. You just will.
Yeah, that's the hidden value of the event, is if you just spend all of your portal stones and all the free portal stones that you get in the event, and use all the warp stones that they give you for free so that you can get as far as you can and get, all the extra rewards that you have, then Conquest can be a huge benefit to your account in terms of the total relic value and XP that you get.
I finished that with my 33 Baba.
Oh, you did? You were able to finish it? Good.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to go again with him now in a minute. Well, I'm miles away. I've got 0 stones. 248 short. Oh, no. Hate that.
Also, too, remember you can collect the event relic tokens just like you do for at regular leaderboard events or solo events. They are, of course, Conquest tokens, which, of course, are only used in Conquest events. But you can always save them for a Conquest where you do feel like you're going to have either more time or something that you're more interested in, like the Titan at maybe level 8, plinth 8, or the Titan at plinth 10, or relics that happen to be in 8, 9, or 10 in future events. Because those are the tiers, the plinth tiers that everybody is usually excited about. 8, 9, and 10, due to either the Titans or the relics that are in them. You guys not attacking. Here we go.
I even finished that with an empty XP relic.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah. Bit odd.
There you go. I maxed 1 4-star so far. I hope to get at least 4 down this event. And that's always good, too, to have a nice goal set. Either specifically like getting all the relics for a certain Titan done, or maybe if they're all over the place, maybe they're just newer relics that you're adding to Titans that you already currently have. So, all right, well, almost done with 5. It's still going to take me 1 more battle, but that's not a problem at all. And I'm chilling at rank, oh wow, 775. That's pretty good.
You're like me, you're just at the end, are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Only short 500.
Yeah, 504. So, not too bad. Of course, always enjoy Conquest. I'm going to get off here and probably forge and fuse away a bunch of stuff just because I can. But I do want to thank Gary and Feranic and Prometheo and Val and who else jumped on here? Anybody else that I'm missing? think that's everybody. So, and everybody else that joined in the chat, as always, I always appreciate everybody in the chat. And be safe. This has, of course, been a part of Zalan's stay-at-home series. Listen to Kobar and wash your hands. And I will talk to you all, hopefully on Wednesday. I will talk to you all again very soon. Have a good one.
Thanks for streaming, Zalon.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, thanks for the stream.